こ見てみたい一千億の光よりマットスケから君はマットスケから見せな
Hello everyone, my name is Seraphi and I'm happy to meet you all, and my break is not going well because I don't really remember what I used to do before I was doing this, and so I have all this free time when I'm not working and I don't know what to use it for. So I decided that I would make a very simple video because that way I can both connect with you guys and, you know, give you some content. And also, this does not involve any grinding or anything like that, any stress. So, I'm going to review all of the summoning animations in this game. This will kill 2 hours, probably. Easy. I have all of them on my main account, except for, it looks like, a few alt arts for Blue Eyes, Borreload, Dark Magician Girl, Firewall Dragon. The only cards that I'm actually missing, like I have all the original cards, just not their alt arts. I don't have Silent Honor Arc, and I don't have Ragna Zero. That appears to be it. Oh, I don't have Volcanic Doomfire either. Or Tindangle Acute Cerberus, or Starting Venom Fusion Dragon. Okay. I mean, that's... And I don't have Pyro Phoenix, which is understandable. That's fine. I have almost all of them anyway, so let's go ahead and let's try it out. Start from the beginning in alphabetical order.
Allow me to introduce Abyss Actor Superstar!
The Arc V music is fantastic. Ah. Now those are some sick fireworks. Yeah, every Arc V animation should give you the sense that you're watching a performance, and that one definitely does. Silvio is a fantastic character, and I really enjoy that one. Alright, let's take a look at Altergeist.
Up here, Link 3 Altergeist Prime Banshee.
Vrains takes itself way too seriously. Like, all the summoning chants for Vrains kind of suck. The music for Vrains is really good, like that epic, you know, like it's orchestral sound. I really like that, but I just get so taken out by, you know, the voice lines. They're all pretty lame and forgettable. I don't think that's going to improve with any of them, to be honest.
The magic that lives in each creature merge and become one. Synchro Summon! The mighty, the majestic, ancient fairy dragon!
Okay, we got a gorgeous field of flowers. She has hands, which... that part is just creepy. Okay, so... the actual artwork for this card is disgusting. It's like, she has butterfly wings, but they're still attached to her, like flesh-like, like a dragon's would be. She has long, spindly arms that are kind of tail-like. Like, her arms are almost like the same as her tail, where there's like no bone or anything. But it ends in actual like human fingers, which is gross. I actually honestly hate the artwork for this card. All right. Now this one's good. The amount of effort it takes for that giant thing to get up off the ground, that's how you know it's an old machine, which is amazing. And the eye coming on, lighting up, like, yeah, that's good animation right there.
I shall call forth the great conqueror to end your destiny. I tribute these 3 pillars of light. Behold, Arcana Force Extra, the Light Ruler.
Fun fact for those of you that don't know this, Sartorius's voice actor in Japanese is the same voice actor for Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and he sounds just like Dio. The animation looks perfectly fine. Extra, the Light Ruler, was not really like a card that I really cared about in the anime. Sartorius had a ton of really cool cards, and the Light Ruler was just one of them, so they had to pick one for his ace, but, I mean, this one's pretty forgettable. Now, Chaz gets a ton of animations.
Join me in welcoming Armed Dragon Level 7.
I don't know about this one. I feel like... I understand that you could, in theory, special summon this card from, like by ignoring its summoning conditions, but its summoning conditions are very explicitly that it must be special summoned by Armed Dragon level 5, cannot be special summoned by other ways. So I feel like they should have put something in there about the monster actually evolving. Like, we should be able to see Armed Dragon level 5 in the animation, and it just grows, as opposed to this, like, light that it's, like, emerging from. Like, the fade-in is cool, don't get me wrong, but it's an evolution. This is not the same as a normal monster. This is the only... I believe this is the only level monster that has an animation. I'm pretty sure. And because it's the only level monster that has an animation, I want them to actually show a monster leveling up. So that's kind of disappointing. Oh, I guess I should give these like a rating. Huh, I didn't think about that. Okay, so Superstar is like a 7 out of 10. Prime Banshee's like a 4 out of 10. Ancient Fairy Dragon's a 2 out of 10. Ancient Golem's an 8 out of 10. Arcana Force Extra's a 5 out of 10. And Armed Dragon level 7's a 5 out of 10. Cool. There we go. Moving on, I'll give each of them an animation or like a rating from now on.
You won't be able to survive this kind of firepower. Here comes Barrel Dragon.
The glasses look so fake is the problem. The big problem with Bandit Keith's model is the glasses look so fake. Like, you should be able to see like some depth to his face, or some like sign of his eyes or something. Like, let's play that one back. Like, it literally just looks like the glasses are like painted on his face. Like, it does not look. There's shading and there's like cube drawing, things that you can do to make it look like something is not at the same level from a 3D perspective. I understand that the image is not 3D, but it's up to the 2D animator, the 2D artist to make us believe that these glasses are not like literally painted onto his face. And so you have to do that, and it doesn't look like that effort was put in. The animation's fine. Barrel Dragon's pretty forgettable. I'd say maybe like a 4 out of 10.
The forces of light and darkness intertwine. I open the gates of chaos. Bring forth Blackluster Soldier!
Nice. Okay, so there's two ways that you can interpret this animation, right? Like, you can either be really annoyed that it's all slow-mo, or you can be really hyped that it's all slow-mo, and I choose to be hyped. Like, yeah, there is kind of like this weird lag that you don't see any of the other animations, but because you don't see it, you know that it's not accidental. Like, I'm not annoyed that the animators failed to properly, like, speed it up. It seems like he's, like, moving so fast that the camera is having issues panning to match him, which, it's not the cleanest implementation of speed that I've ever seen, but this is an old card, and since no other card has that lag, it's very clearly intentional and a design choice, and I can respect it. I assume these two have the same animation.
The forces of light and darkness intertwine. I open the gates of chaos. Bring forth Blackluster Soldier!
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, of course they have the same animation. Oh, it's not lag. The the walls are literally loading in after he's already gotten there. What is that supposed to be? That's interesting. Why do I have 5 copies of Black Rose Dragon? Why do I have 5 of these? What?
A cold flame envelops the world. Black flower bloom. Synchro summon. Come forth, Black Rose Dragon.
That's 10 out of 10. There's literally nothing that you could do to make that better. Like, I understand that the monster is a fire monster, so you might expect a little bit of flame, but it's in a forest. You get a close-up of the vines before you see the actual beast. There's a bit of suspense and anticipation, which the animation's not that long, so they only have like a split-second frame for them to like do a little bit of build-up, but they do it. And so you do get to enjoy like the idea of the Black Rose like emerging. And then it's in a rose garden. Everything looks, really nice. As far as the background, it's really, really high quality. So yeah, I mean, this is my favorite one so far. Sword of Power.
Synchro summon. Sword of Power. Black Winged Dragon.
I mean, I can't, like, Crow's just fantastic. I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, I'm gonna be biased here. Even without my bias, that was just sick. Like, flying up above the moon and then just, like, doing the undulating flying that dragons do, and then just, like, again, spreading its wings and roaring. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Bloom Diva.
Bring together a sensational duet. I fusion summon.
So this is a fairy, but it's treated like a plant monster, really. Yeah, we're in a big field. It's literally blooming. Nothing too exciting. Doesn't really match the music, but oh, I'm sorry. Black Winged is like 9 out of 10. Nothing really exciting. I'd say that's a 5. Like, it's okay. I mean, I don't really know what I would want to add there, but it feels really... I don't think the monster had an animation in Arc V. I might be wrong. But it's not really, like, that exciting of a boss monster, and I don't really know... Like, the artwork doesn't really lead to you to much. Like, what would this monster even look like? It doesn't have legs. It's just literally like a plant sitting there, which raises the question of why it's a fairy to begin with. But I mean, that's just how the card's drawn. The animators can't really do anything with that.
The souls of my dragons guide a new one to me. Come on out, Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon.
Now that's sick. If you think that's not sick, you're lying. 10 out of 10. Okay, so there's a ton to say about that. Obviously, first, we get the anticipation, just like I told you about with the Black Rose one. We don't see the monster. Instead, we see the ground, and then we see the ground lighting up, as if the monster is awakening and, like, threatening to break the ground, which it does. And then you get this huge cloud of dust that obscures everything, which, again, has not been in any of the other animations. So this is something they really cared about. They put a lot of effort in this one. And it shows, and that was fantastic.
Witness the incredible creature of unsurpassed power. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon.
I think for these monsters that are like, that have like 8 animations, I'm just gonna pick one at random. I don't need to see all of them. That's mid. I mean, you do get to see the monster rear its head back, but I know that they didn't really do too much sound before Dragoon, but like this is where they should put like a ton of sound in there. Like the thing that's most iconic about Blue Eyes is its cry. Like you can hear the cry. Like I don't have to play the cry for you to hear the cry. That cry. Like you've heard that cry a ton if you've watched the anime. So seeing Blue Eyes rear its head back and not hear this sound is really disappointing. I actually think this is a 3 out of 10. That one's pretty disappointing. Okay, pick a Blue Eyes. Any Blue Eyes. The OG Legend of Blue Eyes one.
Join me, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Okay, so we get the moon. He zooms in. Yeah, again, the lack of the, like, I'm not gonna make this complaint for any monster except Blue Eyes, but Blue Eyes is an experience. When you summon Blue Eyes, you need to hear the sound. It plays literally every time he summons it in the anime. What is the point of even having sound if you're not going to use it? Yeah, 3 out of 10. Like honestly, like I need to hear my Blue Eyes cry for me to consider this a Blue Eyes. All right, we got another Brains one.
Manifest my circuit. This dragon's been thirsting to sink its fangs into you. I Link summon. Rise up, Link 4, Borolo Dragon.
At least he had a summon quote. Emma didn't even have a summon quote. Okay, the mechanical boot up is very similar to what happened with Ancient Gears, and it has the same payoff. Like watching the dragon light up as it's slowly activating. It doesn't take too long. It takes the exact amount of time that you would want it to take. That's very satisfying. I would say this is a 7 out of 10. This is a pretty good animation. Oh my god.
Bringing victory to the palm of my hand.
Abort. Is there no way for me to stop it? This is a mistake. I should have known. Sherry has the worst English, the worst English voice actor of them all. I actually despise listening to Sherry talk. That ruined the whole thing. I mean, it's a flower night, sure. No, I can't. The audio is part of it. That's a 1 out of 10. That's actually gonna be the worst one. Wow. Like if you want her to speak French, why can't you just hire a French voice actor? Let them speak French. We're adults here. The text is in English. You couldn't hire one French person. You had to hire an English person and ask them to do the worst French accent I've ever heard. What's the point of an accent if you can literally just have them speak a different language? They don't have to speak English. There's no reason that they have to speak English. I understand that you don't have French for literally anyone else, but there's no reason for you to make her sound French when she's speaking English, as opposed to just having her speak French. For real, this doesn't make any sense. She's not a French woman speaking English. She's a French woman speaking Japanese. This is so stupid. Okay. This one's just sick.
Your wings to whip up a whirlwind of destruction. I Synchro Summon. Level 7 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon.
I mean, yeah, that was incredible. Yugo has a very excellent English voice actor. He has a good amount of energy. He doesn't sound like a child, which is very, very important. Despite him he sounds older than some of the older characters, which is a good thing. But I mean, that just means that the older characters need to sound older. I should not be questioning whether Joey or Yugo is older based on how they sound. But regardless, the artwork is fantastic. The anime lines that happen in the background are very dynamic. They change 3 times throughout that animation. You get a really good sense that you're going fast, which is all you care about. So yeah, fantastic. I do not have Cyberblader's animation. I think I've ever summoned that card.
It's over for you. Come, Cyber End Dragon.
Let's be honest. Asuka's ace is like Cyber Angel, easing it anyway. It's a little boring. There's so much you could do with a three-headed dragon, and when I see that animation, I feel like there's just so much wasted potential. Like, you could do so much to make Cyber End Dragon an intimidating and imposing creature, but just like all they do is they like drag out its. There's like a sense of dread while you're watching it emerge, but that's it. It's like this is supposed to be a monster that can literally one-shot you. like I should not feel less intimidated by Cyber End Dragon than I do by like Barrel Dragon. I understand that, you know, that cards with effects are better than cards that don't have effects, but in terms of actual physical power, the only monster that we have seen so far that is stronger than this is Ultimate Dragon. So this monster should be like, I should be intimidated, and I am not, and that's a problem. So 4 out of 10. Oh, Clearwing Synchro Dragon is an 8 out of 10. I keep forgetting.
Fearsome immortal who commands the obedience of all. Triple D Doom King Armageddon.
I don't know why he has a summoning chant for a monster that he has to either pendulum summon or tribute summon. Yeah, this is just stupid. Like, I don't know why Doom King is his ace. Genuinely, I've seen Arc V, and he uses Doom King in like one episode where he summons 3 of them, and sure, that's cool. But he uses so many different monsters throughout the entire thing. And honestly, I feel like Flame King Genghis was probably better for his ace. Maybe High King Alexander. But Doom King, like, he doesn't even summon Doom King Armageddon against Zarek. So, like, I mean, okay. I could make an entire video ranting about the terrible choice for Doom King Armageddon for Declan's ace. But as far as the animation, it's a legless, armless crystal that just stands there and stares at you. It reminds me of a lot of Master Duel animations that people like to make fun of, because the Master Duel animations are just like a zoom in of the artwork, and that's basically what we got here. So yeah, you know, I mean, that was not worth any of the money they spent to make it. 1 out of 10. Dark Magician. There's so many Dark Magicians. We watched the OG Blue Eyes. We'll watch the OG Dark Magician.
My ever faithful companion, Dark Magician!
I own both of these. I got a structure deck Seto and a structure deck Yugi when Yu-Gi-Oh! First premiered. What can you say about that? Like, you get to see all of the features of Dark Magician that you want to see. Like, you get to see his eyes, you get to see his face. The staff is like, there's a little bit of anticipation, because the staff comes out, he flips it, and then he's like in an attack pose. That is all really solid. Like, genuinely, I think that you couldn't do better with a monster like this. Even, you know, as many times as Dark Magician was on screen, he never looked cooler than that. So I would say this is a solid 8 out of 10. There's no, I mean, it seems unfair for me to hurt Blue Eyes as much as I did, but genuinely, there's no sound that you associate with Dark Magician. Yes, Dark Magician had a voice at one point, sure, but he didn't have a voice all the time. Blue Eyes, literally every time it was summoned, you heard the cry. The cry not being there is unforgivable. Dark Magician, 8 out of 10, solid, looks good. Dark Magician Girl, let's do the one with the heart. I have not summoned this with Taya, really. Okay.
I can sure use your help, Dark Magician Girl.
Okay, Taya's D-Sod outfit is, I mean... I'm not gonna say anything. It's cute. Dark Magician Girl with, like, for Taya specifically is not supposed to be, like, a threatening card or a card that you should really be worried about. It's more meant to kind of, like, exemplify her cheerleader, dancer personality, and it does that just fine. Like, this version of Dark Magician Girl, this one right here, is the one that's, like, the assistant to the Pharaoh, and that's the one that I want to be super serious. But this one's cute, and it's perfectly fine that the animation... I mean, the animation has, like, bright lights and colorful patterns, and she's, like, walking on the air, and there's, like, cute sounds. Like, why are there cute sounds for the Dark Magician Girl, but you can't put Blue Eyes' Cry in? Like, I like that. That was good. I don't think there's anything that you could have really improved there. I don't want to give it a 10 out of 10, because, again, it's not serious, but I would say it's a 9 out of 10. Like, there's literally nothing you could do for this version of Dark Magician Girl that would be better.
I summon the one that will cause your demise. Dark Necro.
Oh, this animation's sick. I love this one. Yeah, there we go. "10 out of 10. Dark Necrofear doesn't have to do anything. Literally, like this is like, okay. You see this? You didn't have this card do anything. But do you see the difference? You made this card years before you made this card. What's the difference? The difference is, first of all, the creature, like, appears out of nowhere. And, like, you get a zoom up. You can see the creature's entire body. It just kind of, like, poofs into existence like a ghost. But it's not just, like, standing there. There's something dynamic happening. And then the doll head breaks, which is creepy. And the music is creepy. And, like, Necrofear does not need to do a single thing for you to feel intimidated, worried. Like, this card feels 10 times more threatening than Cyber End Dragon if we're just looking at the animation. And that's not okay. I understand that Zane is not a villain, but Hell Kaiser Zane kind of is a villain. He's definitely a rival, so I should not, like Bakura, yes, like, I'm glad that they gave, no, don't get me wrong, I am glad they gave Bakura good treatment in Duel Links. He deserves it for how badly he was treated in the show. But can we not, like, I mean, if you did this for this character at the very beginning of Duel Links, can you not apply that to everyone else? Can we not get the same level of love and attention for, like, villainous monsters as we did for Dark Necrofear? It's fantastic. Let's watch it again.
I summon the one that will cause your demise. Dark Necrofear.
Nothing. And then the music plays. Like, the music instantly makes you feel dread. "10 out of 10. Literally. Like, that monster could have pulled out a knife and stabbed the camera, and it would not have made it any scarier than what it already was. Fantastic.
Cloaked in shadows and relentless in its objective, I Xyz summon!
I feel like Yugo and Yuto's voices are a little too close together.
For Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon!
The T-pose is fantastic. I like... It's so random. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what it's... I genuinely don't know what they're trying to, like, show with that. Because they've shown dragons, like, stretch their wings and, like, spread back without, like a rigid T-pose. So I don't know what the point of that specific shot is. The rest of it's awesome, though. Like, the dragon is moving throughout it. It's not flying for once. Like, most dragons are, like, flying along with the camera. This dragon is, like, it's, like, panning and zooming around the dragon's body. But then the dragon takes action. It's just a little stunted and a little stilted. I say that's a 6 out of 10. I feel like the T-pose is awkward. I feel like I don't like it. Okay, I actually have an alt art for once. So we'll watch this one. Is there anything different about Decode Talker?
Appear! Link 3, Decode Talker!
God, Playmaker's outfit looks terrible. Yusaku, you look awful, man. Okay. So is that, like, I think the only thing there is, like, maybe the pose at the end?
Appear!
I'm curious now.
3, Decode Talker!
I'm wondering if I'm missing anything by not having these alt arts. No, it's literally the same thing. Why is it a separate thing in this? Why bother to have all these different listings if they're the exact same animation? Okay. This is pretty much exactly what Decode Talker looks like from the show. I don't really like Decode Talker being his ace. I know that he has Firewall listed, of course, but like, I get that Firewall was banned and that they shifted it away to focus on Decode Talker in Season 2, and technically we're looking at Season 2. That's why Soulburner is the main character. But in chronological order, in Season 1, there was a ton of Firewall. Come on. So, he did summon Decode Talker in a lot of episodes. They're like equally his ace. It's solid, but it's not good. Like, I'm not invested in this character or this artwork just from the animation. So I'd say it's a 5 out of 10. Oh, now this one's fantastic.
I'll end your destiny with the life force of all things. The unstoppable Destiny Hero Plasma!
Oh. Okay. So, for you to really get what's going on there, you have to understand that the actual name of this card is Destiny Hero Blue D. B-L-O-O, and then a capital D. Is blood. And Plasma is part of blood, so that's why they chose Plasma as his name in the English dub. But, so he is literally in a giant pool of blood. And it reminds me a lot of the Tsukuyomi. If you've ever seen... If you kids have ever seen Naruto, Itachi, one of the main villains, he is Sasuke's older brother. And he has the ability to trap people inside of an illusion with his eyes. And Kakashi, one of the mentor characters, who is powerful in the early episodes, but is largely relegated to not doing anything so that the kids can instead grow as people. He gets his big show against Zabuza, but not against Itachi. Not until later, anyway. So the first time that Itachi shows up, he uses his Tsukuyomi to trap Kakashi inside of a prison so that Kakashi cannot interfere with him. Because theoretically, if Kakashi was actually allowed to fight Itachi, they would be equal in strength, and that would be really interesting and fun. But who wants to have interesting and fun encounters the first time the villain shows up? You gotta, have a little bit of build-up. So instead, Kakashi's like locked in this prison where he's like, he looks up and he sees the moon, and then the moon kind of comes down below him, and then it turns into a pool of blood, and he sinks inside of it. And apparently, he was trapped there for 72 hours. Again, if you've never seen Naruto, none of what I'm saying is gonna make sense. But for those of you that have, Goldmine, I'm talking to you right now. For those of you that have, that's what I get when I watch this animation. There's way too much detail for me to cover it without actually having it on screen. Look at this.
The unstoppable Destiny Hero Plasma!
So first he emerges slowly. There's a black moon in the background. The sky is red. It perfectly matches his armor. And then there's an action shot. I mean, I feel like it's a little short, to be honest. I feel like the other animations were a little bit longer. But that doesn't detract from it. It's so, you can hear the blood bubbling. You can hear the monster emerging from it, and you're just left in shock, wondering what even happened. What am I even looking at? Until he pops out. It's sick. It's awesome. 10 out of 10. Amazing animation.
After 5,000 years, the door to the Netherworld opens again. Earthbound immortal Asla Pisku arrives to feed on you.
Alright. I don't know why why dying made Carly decide to walk around with her midriff exposed. Very boring animation. The beam is cool. But the monster, I mean, it does, like, the Earthbound Immortals, I can't blame them, first of all, for not having good animations for the Earthbound Immortals, because none of the Earthbound Immortals actually had an animation. Instead, a lot of the time, like, the immortal, like, the person would be like, you know, where is your monster? Because they couldn't see it. And then the immortal is just, like, so huge that it's, like, taking up space somewhere else. And then it, like comes down to the battlefield. I guess the skyscraper shot does kind of look like what happened in the anime. At least the first time she summoned it. Yeah, it still feels a little bit, like, slow and not interesting. 4 out of 10, honestly.
Descend upon this world, Earthbound immortal Coca-Paca-Poo!
Now that's a lot better. Okay, so you got the animation of Coca-Paca-Poo pulling itself out of the ground, which is fantastic. You know, the hand shot is exactly the type of animation and build-up or the anticipation and build-up that I've been talking about this whole time. I don't really understand the the summoning quote, descend upon this world, when it's coming from underground. Isn't it ascending? I think that's a mistranslation, but regardless, a fantastic, like, the artwork is fantastic, the animation looks great, and in particular, I think that Dark Signer Colin has, like, one of the best summoning poses, the like, really feral crouching down and, like, reaching out for you. It just looks like he really, really wants to kill you, which is nice. Yeah, and it does kind of look like, I have to pull it up so you guys can see it. It does kind of look like the hunch that he's doing. It does kind of look like someone who's been in a jail cell for a while that, you know, was chained up and might not be able to stand up all the way. You know, that's not entirely what happened. Obviously, we saw him stand up a lot, but that's, you know, that's the vibe that it gives. Okay.
The mightiest Earthbound immortal will rain destruction. Rise, Wirakucha Ruska!
Now see, this is so much better. Like, that's how you show a bird. Holy crap, the wing. The entire wing. Like, is this the only good winged beast animation we're gonna get? That was amazing. Oh, sorry. I said 4 out of 10 here. This was a 7. That is a 9. That was a solid 9. That was really cool. The sunlight behind the wings, the pyramid being covered in light. Oh my gosh, that was great. Alright, I have to be fair here. I can't let my bias towards heroes influence my vote. Heroes and angels. That's gonna be hard. He's only got 4 wings. Okay, the punching the air is really cool, actually. Yeah, that's an 8. That's an 8. That's, I mean, you never summon it is the problem. But yeah, I feel like that guy's about to beat some guys down. So I'm all for it. I have this Alt-Art Firewall Dragon, and I've apparently never summoned it. Interesting.
To both you and me, Elemental Hero Flame Wingman.
Yeah. Alright, remember what I just said about, you know, not letting my favoritism show? No chance. No chance when you showed me the skyscraper with him doing a Batman pose at the top, and then the zoom in, and then him jumping off of it. No. 10 out of 10. That's peak. That's literally peak. That is just, like, I just want to type in all chat. I just want to type in all caps, hero, and then put, like, the let's go emoji, like the screaming face emoji that's like blinking. Like, anytime I see that animation, I'm just like, oh, it's time. We about to scrap now. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for that one. Sadly, Neos is not nearly as good.
Space is a brand new hero, and his name is Elemental Hero Neos.
I have 11 copies of Neos. Yeah, he's in space. I mean, he's in space and he's flying through space, but he doesn't have wings or anything, so there's no animation. There's a bunch of light, there's a bunch of lines going around him, but there's no movement. It's just like a frame of him moving through space with nothing happening. Yeah, it's terrible. 2 out of 10, sadly. There's so many ways you could have made Neos more interesting.
Escaping from its rage. I activate my trap. Embodiment of Apophis.
We're not even halfway done. We're in the E's. Build up, anticipation, intimidation for a 1600 vanilla. This is probably the weakest monster on this list. And that was like better than half. Like that's a solid 7. Solid 7. I mean, and that's all you have to do. Genuinely, all you have to do, even with cards that are not actually that intimidating or scary or interesting, you just put a little bit of effort. Just a little bit of effort into making them cool. And they can be cool. It's not hard. So it's very frustrating that they don't do this with all of them.
Witness darkness itself. Evil hero, malicious fiend.
Ten out of 10. What can I say about... Okay, so first you have the amazing summoning quotes. Witness darkness itself! Oh, Jaden, you're giving me chills. And then you have the monster curled up, absorbing all this dark power. Then it zooms in on his face, and you get the smirk. The confident smirk. You can't see his eyes, but you get the smirk, and that's so much emotion. That's more emotion than we've seen from any other monster so far. And then he breaks out. He's no longer curled up, and the energy that was swirling around him is now just blown everywhere. Like so much force, so much power. So you've got build up, you've got power, and you've got personality. I mean, there's no way that you can make that better. That's 10 out of 10. That's awesome.
Here's Fairy Cheer Girl.
Oh man, they did Tori so dirty. 2 out of 10. I mean, there's nothing. They do. Maybe 2 out of 10 is harsh. 3 out of 10. 3 out of 10. They do try. Like she's a fairy and she's doing cheerleading. Yay! Okay, next.
Soar. Link 4. Firewall.
Yusaku, can you please sound just a little bit happy? God, he's so deadpan and boring. I'm so glad I didn't watch Reigns in English. Okay, so despite Yusaku having the worst summoning chance of all time, the monster does actually soar, which is different than a lot of the other dragons. It's rising, it's jumping upwards as opposed to moving forward or moving around. And an ascension is actually pretty interesting to watch. It's very dynamic. So the forming of the creature very much feels like a program. It does have like an AI generation type of animation to it. Yeah, I think this is pretty good. I would say it's an 8. I liked it.
Here's the fire that ignites life throughout the universe. I Link summon. Link 5. Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid.
Now that's what I'm talking about! Was it that hard? Was it that hard? Oh my god! It's like they looked at the decode talker and the firewall. They were just like, we have to give Rain something, guys. Oh my gosh, that was so fast. Let's rewatch it.
I Link summon.
So first you have the water droplet that comes down, and then like it hits with impact. There's fire, and then before you even have time to process the fire, the dragon's like loading in at fast pace, and there's like a rainbow effect. and it roars. There's an actual roar. Why Shark Fluid gets a roar and Blue Eyes doesn't is ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, holy wow! I wasn't expecting to give any of the Brains characters good. That's a 10. That's a 10. That was impressive. I forgot about this card's animation.
I bring out Fossil Warrior Snow King.
The lone warrior walking in the desert. Oh, he draws his weapon and then he does the sick pose. Okay. I mean, yeah, that was cool. He actually moves like a warrior. He actually does cool things like a warrior. You get this sense of a human inside of the shell, which is nice. I mean, that's not something that you can easily, you know, the artwork makes you like. It makes you lean more into the dinosaur version than the human aspect, even though you can clearly see the human's face. It's just like such a small part of the card art that you're more thinking about the Triceratops. But there was nothing non-human about that movement, so yeah, that was really good. Actually, I would say that's a 6. I mean, gave me a new perspective on the card.
Edge of sharpness and fury of bear. When the two come together, you had better beware. Here it comes, the most unbearable monster you've ever seen. Fight for bear!
Okay, like I can't hear that pun and not smile. Okay, so obviously Fright for Bear is like meant to be like a reference to like all the old-timey kid shows where like there was like a demon inside of a toy or inside of like your closet or something like that. So it's supposed to evoke like this kind of childish fear and innocence. I think it mostly does that except for the spinning. The spinning is a little too silly. And I don't feel like the card is supposed to be silly. I feel like the fusion monsters are actually supposed to be pretty scary, because Sora is pretty scary. Sora is actually like a really intimidating and crazy character when you watch him. I get that they might be like trying to go for a Pegasus angle with this, but I feel like they overdid it. It's more good than bad, but that still drags it down a lot. I would say it's a 6. It's like just on the edge of better than worse, I think. Alright, let's see Galaxy Eyes.
From the darkness of the universe comes a ray of hope. The true embodiment of the light. Say hello to Galaxy Eyes, Photon Dragon.
The fact that he doesn't say this is a monster more savage than a supernova is such a crime. I have to give it a 10 just for the eye shot. Like, you don't actually like get like a real focus on blue eyes or red eyes, but you get a zoom in on the fact that Galaxy Eyes has a literal galaxy in its eye, and you're just like, oh, that's why it's called that. Yeah, that's more effort than they put into any other dragon. So yeah, 10 out of 10 there. Awesome. I do not have an animation unlocked for Gandora. How do I not have an animation for Gate Guardian? There's a literal skill that just dumps it on your board. Okay, whatever.
When I have this card, monsters lose attack points equal to their defense points. Appear! Link 3, Goki the Great Ogre!
See what I mean about, like, Yugo? Like, that character very clearly is much older. Even though they have, like, the same deepness in voice, his voice sounds a lot more ragged. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I feel like the Vrain's music was made specifically for Goki the Great Ogre. Like, it just feels like a wrestling arena type of music. It works much better for him than it does for any of the other, like... It works much better for him than it does for Altergeist Prime Banshee. And then the flip and the you know, the giant axe, like, there's definitely an intimidation factor there. Fantastic. 8 out of 10. What is this? They gave Gravekeeper's Visionary in animation? When did they do that? Did they do that when they gave Ishizu that skill that makes all your monsters lose 1,000 attack points?
Join the ranks, Goyoki.
Guardian.
That card did not have an animation when it first came out. Maybe they were getting lots of feedback that Ishizu doesn't have an animation, so they decided to give him one. Okay. All right, yeah, that was fine. Goyo Guardian. Obviously, you get the city streets. You get Goyo Guardian running, which is like the sandals. We don't get too many animations of like we get plenty of animations of swimming and flying, but we don't get a whole lot of animations of running. And that was pretty realistic running. It didn't feel like too choppy or unintuitive. So they took a risk with that, which I have to respect. I'd say it's a 7 out of 10. Alright, first Sacred Beast.
Come on, Lord of Striking Thunder.
We haven't seen an Egyptian god yet. Oh. Okay, I have to give it a 10 out of 10. The reason why I have to give it a 10 out of 10 is the rain effect, actually. So, the thunder is good. The animation quality is really good. But what really gets me, that we haven't seen anywhere else, is this, like, this effect that happens on the screen where you see, like, water splashing on your camera. Like you're looking through a lens. And there's rain, so the lens is hitting you. Like, there's not been any other indication besides this that we are not physically seeing what we're seeing. This is like actually like, hey, the game is acknowledging breaking the fourth wall. You're watching this on your phone, and it's saying it's raining right now. You are getting rain on your phone, which is, I mean, I play this game on a PC, so it's less like impactful for me. But I know that most people play on their phones, right? And that is really cool. So yeah. I think that was awesome. 10 out of 10 for the raindrops. Everything else was good too, though.
Witness the trio of Come, lady sisters.
This background's weird. Whoa, it's a kaleidoscope. Okay. I mean, you have 3 monsters. Each of them gets their own cut in, and then the 3 of them come together. The background looks so weird, though. It's not even like anything. It's just like a bright color and then like some sparkles. What am I supposed to be looking at? I feel more confused than anything. I would say this is a 4, because I should not walk away from the animation going, what the hell just happened? So yeah, 4 out of 10.
Descend from the skies. Ice Beast 05.
I don't know why they do this only for Zexal, but the Zexal characters have like this echo on them. Oh, and Yuka Goha does too, where it sounds like they're talking through a loudspeaker. I don't know why that is, but it sounds really good. Okay, so we have Ice, we have Blizzard. She's manipulating it with her hands. Looks perfectly fine. I feel like it's a little short. I would say that was a 6. It was okay.
Witness a form that is grander than a mere king. Behold, Indiora Doombolt, the Cubic Emperor.
Again, you could say a lot about like which monster should be Aigami's ace, but I mean, if we accept that, this is basically exactly what happened when he summoned it. The zoom in on the eye looks great. The load in of the dimension summoning looks fine. I would say that's an 8. I'm impressed, but I'm not, like, blown away. I like it. 8 out of 10.
Sinister spirits that inhabit these creatures combine. I synchro summon. I call forth Infernity Doom Dragon.
Ooh. Okay, we got dust. We got, like, a ghost aura. The eyes look really cool, and then there's a lightning... Yeah, okay, that... I mean... Everything else, like, the monster itself is kind of okay with the eyes, like, doing their zoom around, like, rolling around and then looking at you, but, like, everything around the monster was what really sold it to me. That was a 10. That was a 10. That was pretty good. What do you mean I don't have an animation for insect... I gotta play this game a little bit more. I have not summoned Jinzo on Joey, I guess.
The mighty Jinzo. And And Jinzo is gifted with incredible scanning abilities. Trap search!
Oh. Oh yeah. That's my boy right there. The slow walk, just like, yeah. What are you gonna do? Just walk in down the hallway. He's got claws, he's got a cape, he looks really good. The only thing that is missing is the eyes lighting up. Esperoba calls for trap search to happen. So that's Jinzo's eyes should light up and like blow traps up. So I would say that's an 8 out of 10. Like it is missing. It is genuinely missing the eyes lighting up. But other than that, it was really good.
Even the tiniest scrap has value. And this monster will prove it. Synchro Summon! Appear, Junk Warrior!
Breaking free of the underground. Eyes light up. Spin around. Punch. Yeah, I mean, that's Junk Warrior. Straight up. That's like not even from... That's not even just from the anime. That's from the opening. 10 out of 10. Like, it's just Junk Warrior. I guess maybe you could give it better background music. Like, the background music from Reigns is good. The background music from Arc V is good. It feels like in 5Ds they didn't really try all that much with the background music. But, I mean, other than... Like, the animation is just top quality.
I'm tributing 2 monsters on your side of the field. I'm gifting you this powerful monster. Lava Golem!
I think... Is he the only character from DM that has a before summoning chant? I guess because they have to explain to people what kaijuing is. The empty cage is a little bit weird. Obviously, you're supposed to be inside the cage. It would be a lot cooler if... I understand that, like, when you summon it, like... It's 2 people that see it, right? So that's kind of the confusing part. Like, should you be the person that's seeing it summoned against you, or the person that's seeing it summoned? But in either case, it's wrong. If Merrick is the one that we're looking through the eyes of, then we should see a duelist trapped inside the cage. If it's the opponents, then we should like be in a first-person perspective where we're like, we watch the like lava emerge from both sides, and we're like, all of a sudden there's like a cage that surrounds us, and we're like looking around, like what happened with Joey. And it could be really cool with like lava like dripping on the side of the cage, and like we like jump back in fear. Like there's so many things they could have done with this actual animation to make it more like the anime that they missed on. Like I mean, the lava effect is cool, but you had so much more that they actually did with this in the show that it just kind of feels like they gave up. Actually, 5 out of 10. Like I mean, the animation itself looks good, but there's so much wasted potential that I have to say it's a 5 out of 10.
Courage and power lead to a revolution for peace. Synchro Summon.
Okay, so I remember this in the anime.
Evolve. Livestream Dragon.
You have like Power Tool Dragon, and it's like breaking off. See, okay. That's what should have happened with Arm Dragon level 7. Why do we get to see Power Tool Dragon in Livestream Dragon's animation, but we don't get to see Arm Dragon level 5 in Arm Dragon level 7's animation? That's just... okay, whatever. Fantastic. I mean, that's what I wanted to see from Arm Dragon levels. I have to give this a 10 out of 10 because they included the old monster and they showed an evolution, and it looks exactly like what happened in the show, where basically all the mechanical parts just break off of Power Tool Dragon, and it reveals that it was an actual dragon the entire time and not a machine. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, jeez.
Create a new lunar legend.
Alright, let's get it out of the way.
The majestic, the mighty, the masterful, Luna Light Cleo Dancer!
Okay, so obviously my screen was almost 40% thigh there. There's nothing we can do about it. We just have to accept it and move on. The mask breaking animation was really cool, and then the rearranging on her face was fine. That looked nice. The hair was flowing back. That was like kind of majestic and interesting. The sword does have some good waving to it. So yeah, I would say it's an 8. I would say it's an 8. Does Liger Dancer have like the same proportions? Do they ever chill out with the artwork on these cards? No, they do not. Liger Dancer, Lunalight Liger Dancer literally has the exact same amount of thigh. That is, nah. Oh my jeez. Okay. Well, whatever. Nothing we can do about it. Let's see.
My beautiful birds, spread your wings above the battlefield. Xyz summon! From high above, rank 1 Lyralus assembled Nightingale.
Fun fact, I think this card has like the highest views for all the short animations on my channel, and it's pretty obvious why, because it's like the most obviously female card that I have, and she does look very pretty. She, like the focus on her humanoid face, which is again just like how I talked about the Fossil Warrior Skull King. When I look at the artwork, just like looking at the card on my screen of Assembled Nightingale, I don't really focus too much on the fact that there is a human face underneath the bird shell. But they do go out of their way to highlight the human features of the card in the animation. And she is pretty. She's pretty, she's elegant, she's natural. I enjoy watching that animation, and so do a lot of other people. I have to give that one a 10 out of 10. It's just you know, I like the summoning quote from high above. It sounds great. Yeah. So I don't think there's anything that you could have done there to make it any different. She doesn't have any hands, so having her wings wave about as she's dancing makes perfect sense. Where are we? Oh, let's go!
Clear the way for the almighty, Malefic Truth Dragon!
Okay. So for me to acknowledge what I like so much about Malefic Truth Dragon's animation, I have to explain to you what Malefic Truth Dragon looks like when it's actually summoned. So, in the Bonds Beyond Time movie, Malefic Paradox Dragon is destroyed, and when that happens, Paradox like recovers, and he's just like, "It matters not." And Yugi says, "We have 3 monsters, and now you have none." I think that matters quite a bit. Sorry, no, it doesn't. He doesn't focus on their monsters. He says, "You had 2 monsters, and now you have none." I think that has changed quite a lot about this duel. And the Paradox says, "Yes, and I have to thank you for that, because all you've done is clear the way for something else. Something grand, something almighty!" And they're like, "Spit it out!" And then he's like, "I activate Malefic Paradox or Malefic Paradigm Shift. Malefic Paradigm Shift. I pay half my life points and I summon Malefic Truth Dragon," which that is the thing. Originally, Malefic Truth Dragon was not like an inherent summon, a built-in summon. It was a trap card that forced you to pay half your life points to summon it. And then they just didn't see the point in printing a trap card when they could just put it on the card effect. Which, thank you, Konami. I appreciate you balancing the card correctly. But yeah, no. I mean so when he says "clear the way for the Almighty" in the voice that I associate so heavily with that movie, it's just fantastic. The animation is fine. The animation is like, you know, you see the orb opening up and then the dragon emerges. It's not nearly as big as it should be. Malefic Truth Dragon is like one of the largest monsters we've ever seen. Like, it takes up almost the entire screen when it's on the screen. Even the Earthbound Immortals don't typically get that kind of like presence. They get the camera just zooms out a lot more for the Earthbound Immortals, so you don't get the same like level of "this guy's huge" as you do with Malefic Truth Dragon. It's enormous. I think the only monster that we have ever seen that's bigger than Malefic True Dragon is Yggdrasil the Sky Emperor. Which, again, Yggdrasil the Sky Emperor was ridiculous when they summoned it and literally broke the building, and then they had to go to the roof just to see it. So yeah, I mean, there you go. So I would say that this is a 7 out of 10. I enjoy the summoning chant. The animation is okay. Are we at an hour? We are at an hour. At least we're in the M's now.
Special summon, Mass Beast Death Guardians!
Okay, so we have 3 masks that are like looking around, and then they see you. They see you, and then the beast emerges, and then the claws start slashing at you, and you can hear like the whooshing sound from the claws. So there's a lot of attention to detail paid to this animation, even though the monster is not very important, and it actually is really good. I actually really like this animation. I can't give it a 10 out of 10 just because the monster is not all that relevant. But I would say it's a 9 out of 10. Like, it's just from the animation perspective alone. The problem is you never see it, right? Because no one ever summons it. That's why I can't give it a 10 out of 10. But from just purely like the build up, the fear, the intimidation, the summoning chant, the end is near. It sounds great. I like it. So yeah, I like this card. Okay, Astromechanical.
Which hopelessness and pain give rise to a new power. The embodiment of despair, Mechlord Astromechanical.
When did I ever summon this? I can't believe I have an animation for this card and not like and not Gravekeepers. I mean, I played Mechlords. I don't think I ever played that card. Animation's fine. It loads in. It's got a gun. There were appropriate mechanical sounds. I would say it's a 5. Nothing too special. Weissel, on the other hand...
Combine into one! Mechlord Emperor Weissel!
Primo's summoning pose looks amazing with the sword that's like literally on top of you. Like he's about to cut into your face. And then you actually have the combination, the summoning, and then Weissel shows up with the infinity symbol behind it. Yeah, I mean that's just good. That's a 9 out of 10. Like that's I know it's weird to like put the lower level monster below but the animation is just straight up better. So yeah, I like it.
I exceed summon. Appear! Number 102, Star Seraph Sentry.
I don't remember the mask fade in. Yo, he fires an arrow and then he draws the bow back to get ready for another arrow. That was cool. Okay, it was dynamic from the start. Then he gets a shot off, and then he pulls his back for another arrow so he can match the pose on the card art. That was good. That was really good. That's an 8. Like, oh wow. I like that a lot more than I remember.
Number 104. Force these foolish insects to grovel at your feet.
Masquerade.
Masquerade.
Meh. The music's cool, but like all he's doing is like, you know, swinging around 3 rings. Meh. 3 out of 10. Oh, here we go.
Step into the ring. Number 105. Battling Boxer Star says this.
I just realized that I have not been watching any Rush animations. I'm gonna have to pull up all the Rush animations. Oh no. That was awesome. The square up, like, okay, so 105 did not get this animation in the anime. They made this for Duel Links. And he's got like specific boxing maneuvers that like an actual boxer would recognize, which I know because one of my friends who plays Battling Boxers is an actual boxer. and recognizes like that that's what's called squaring up and getting ready for a fight. And he throws a couple of test punches and locks his position up so that it's called having like a tight stance where you don't have your arms aren't loose, they're not at your side, they are instead ready to block. And so I mean I don't need to waste my time explaining this. Basically, it's a very realistic animation, which is nice, and it's cool. It's we want to watch boxers, right? So there you go. How many rush animations are there? Jeez, why are there so many rush animations? I only have a few of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, yeah, we can fit that in. I'm sorry that I don't have more rush cards. Where were we? We were in the numbers, ends, 106.
Crush the world in your mighty fist. Number 106, Giant Head.
I really do not like how instead of having like a mark on his face, Garog just has like a bloody eye, like a bloodshot eye. It looks like he's about to like have a heart attack. The animation looks amazing. Garog looks terrible. Probably 6 out of 10. I liked 106. 106 is cool. I much more enjoy Chaos 106's animation from the anime, and it is kind of annoying. Like, I haven't said this yet. I don't know how I got this far without saying it, but they really should have given the Chaos numbers the animations and not the numbers.
A behemoth with the ability to bend time to do its will. Appear in all your fearsome terror. Number 107, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon!
That is exactly what happened in the anime, and what happened in the anime was good. 10 out of 10.
Appear, number 15, raise the curtain of darkness. Gimmick puppet giant grinder!
The English voice for Quattro and Duel Links sounds nothing like the English voice for Quattro and Zexal. It's they have to be different voice actors. It's really like disturbing to hear his Duel Links voice. Yeah, like the parts coming together. Like when you see a puppet, you want to see what we had with Dark Necrofear, right? Where the movements are really stiff and doll-like, and you get unnerved because nothing's like it's difficult to explain doll horror. Basically, the idea is that the creature looks very human, but they don't move or behave in a human way, and that creates a sense of urgency. When you see a doll, it creates a sense of like a dread. It's like it's confusion that leaks into dread, where you're just like, this should look like me, but it doesn't. Like, and then you start noticing everything about it that looks like almost human, but not quite. And with Gimmick Puppet Giant Grinder, obviously the most important thing there is the segmented arms, legs, and face. It looks a lot like a sister location Five Nights at Freddy's character. They do a good job of highlighting that. In the actual anime, there was a shot of little soldiers like twisting a lever to command the Gimmick Puppet, which you can see he's there at the top of the artwork. That is not included, which is kind of lame, actually. Yeah, now that I remember that that's there and we don't get that, I'm actually going to say this is a 5 out of 10. It's kind of disappointing that they took so much away from the original animation.
That is in of the deepest, thirsting for a feeding frenzy. Here's number 32, Shark Trail.
Those movements looked awkward. I don't know what it is, but like that looked like low budget animation where the creature was like, you got to see like the you were given movement based on perspective and not on actual dynamic motion of the model, which swimming is not like that. You have to actually put muscle into swimming. I mean, this is our first underwater animation, and I should be seeing this monster move its arms and legs so that it can propel itself through the water. It's not doing that, and that is not this like. It's just like how when Neos was like moving through space without moving his arms or his wings or anything like that. It's the same way where it's not realistic. It's not interesting. It is lazy. So 2 out of 10, which is sad because I really like the Shark Drake.
Rise on up, number 39, Utopia.
I have never listened to the music for Utopia Summoning. It's very heroic. You know, I've seen that animation a ton, but I've never listened to the music. The music adds a lot to it. I actually really don't like the animation, but the music adds so much to it. I'm gonna give it a 6. Like, the animation's mid, it's just like, you know, he's spreading his legs, and then, like, his faceplate opens up, and then he, you know, does a pose. It is exactly like what happened on the show, but I don't like what happened on the show either. So, I mean, this is not a very interesting animation. But the music is really good. So yeah, 6 out of 10.
Reveal yourself. Number 6, Chronomaly Atlantis.
I think Trey was the first character to do the echoing voice, and it sounds a lot better than when he's in the anime, because when he's in the anime, he just says, "Now reveal yourself, number 6," and it's kind of off-putting and weird. But the pacing of "reveal yourself" with the echo sounds a lot better. He actually sounds a lot better in the Duel Links version than he does in the anime. The animation is fantastic. I mean, Atlantis is a giant mountain. Like it's a mountain. Like, how can you, like, it's a giant mountain with lava legs that's, like, smashing the ground. You know, I mean, how can you mess that up? You can't. Like they couldn't, there's nothing that you can do to make this not look cool. It's just a cool looking card. They did put effort in to make it, you know, like a towering monolith type character, which is fine. You know, 7 out of 10. It was good. It was good. Okay, Dyson Sphere. I have linked Dyson Sphere's animation on my channel before. Dyson Sphere's animation from the anime was really, really intense, because what happened is you could see the actual sun, and then the monster closed in around the sun. Dyson Sphere is so large that the literal sun that lights up the entire sky fits into its tiny little mouth there. That's what you're seeing. A monster that is swallowing the sun. It's hard to understand what's actually happening in the card art of this card unless you've seen the anime. But that's how big Dyson Sphere is supposed to be. So let's watch the animation.
Appear, number 9. It's destiny for the Earth to swallow the galaxy. Dyson Sphere.
Yeah, see, that is almost exactly what happened. That is almost exactly what happened in the anime, except for you get a shot of the sun, like with the blades closing in around the sun. So you get an idea of how large the creature is, and that's missing from this. And it kind of like creates this, like, it's not nearly as impressive when you don't hear like Tori say, "A monster more powerful," or "a monster that's larger than the sun," whatever she says. Like, it loses a lot of its impact. I know the context, but without the context, it's just like, it looks kind of weird. Like, what am I even looking at? So, I would say it's 6. Like, it's still better than not, but like, it just loses so much with that first shot taken away. Utopia Ray.
Chaos sees evolution. The protector who changes chaos into light. Chaos number 39, Utopia Ray.
Once again, the music is really heroic and interesting, and I've not paid attention to the music before when this card's summoned. This is the same animation that happens in the show, but it's a lot more interesting than the regular Utopia animation. The focus on the like pillar on its back is really cool, and the spread out with the sword. I like this animation. It's pretty solid, and it does make me hyped for Utopia Ray's effect to like drain attack points. So I would say this is probably like a 7 out of 10. Never summoned with victory. Finally, we get an Egyptian god.
An almighty creature that knows no equal. Show yourself, Obelisk the Tormentor.
It's interesting that this is the animation that they went with all the way back when they released this card, because it's really a reference to the D-Sod animation. But that is D-Sod, like literally like slamming the ground, pulling the card out, and then Obelisk the Tormentor breaks the ground underground while you're underground. It looks amazing. I mean, that's just nostalgic. That's just nostalgic. Like, and that's what you want from the Egyptian god animations. You want to feel like you want to be taken back to the time that you first saw the card summon with like the cool. I mean, they're not playing God's Anger in the background, but I mean, would they really like? Do you really expect them to play God's Anger in Duel Links? Like, no, I don't. I mean, they could, but they're not going to. I'm not going to hold it against them that they're not playing God's Anger. God's Anger is a fantastic song, but it's probably copyrighted like 8 times. So, I'm going to say that's a 10 out of 10. That is what I want to see from Obelisk the Tormentor. I have no regrets. Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon. Okay. I do not have an. I don't have the animation for Ojama King.
Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon!
How do I not have Ojama King? Didn't I make a video about Ojama King Kashiro? Okay. Odd-Eyes Pendulum Dragon, Yuya's summoning chant for Odd-Eyes Dragon was like, please welcome him, the like a stunning performer with heterochromatic eyes. Odd-Eyes Dragon. That's what he said. Then he hops on top of it, which is cool. And then I don't know what Turn Up the Heat is supposed to be a reference to. I genuinely don't. I guess I shouldn't worry too much about the summoning chant. It's bad, but fine. The start where like half of Odd-Eyes' face is revealed and then the other half comes open is really cool. And then there's like a shot of, you know, just you getting to see the entire body of the dragon as it whips around. It reminds me a lot of the animation that we got for which dragon was it? There was another dragon where we were zooming around its body. I don't remember. The dragon wasn't moving, it was just like we were just circling around its body. I can't remember which one it was. But it reminds me of that, and it was fine. 5 out of 10. Not very memorable, but good enough.
Join my monsters to create a dragon that's all the
Oh, I hate that summoning quote.
Emerge from the fires of calamity. Odd-Eyes Raging Dragon.
Yuya's putting on a show summoning pose does not fit Raging Dragon at all. But the animation is so good. You're in a giant fire tornado and the dragon is like roaring and throwing his head back. It's so funny. It's like the opening of this is awful and then the animation is amazing. Let's watch it with Yuta.
I join my monsters to create a dragon that's all the rage.
The summoning quote is still stupid.
Emerge from the fires of calamity. Odd-Eyes Raging Dragon.
Alright, the voice line sounds a lot better coming from him. Yeah, that vortex of power inside of his chest, the intense Arc V summoning music, that's 10 out of 10. It's really, really good.
This is DDM's strongest monster.
I dimension the dice. Emerge, Orgoth the Relentless.
Okay, I'm going to be really nitpicky here. That animation looks fantastic. That's exactly what it looks like when you dimension the dice. You know, the monster comes out, swings his blade. You can hear the impact from the blade. 9 out of 10 on the animation. But can we take a look at this summoning quote, the summoning chant? So I know that we have this in every other character, right? Where they like pan across the screen. It's really noticeable that this dice is not getting any closer to me and is instead moving to the right, even though it's being spun in the air. That's weird. That breaks the immersion. That is very strange, and I don't know why they chose to include that, because it doesn't look normal at all. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Okay, we are getting there. I am exhausted. This was a mistake.
Let's welcome today's main event.
Show must go on!
Skies above. I present to you a swinging star performer, Xyz Summon. Here's rank 4, Performance Trapeze Magician.
Okay, so, that is 100% what happens in the anime. The wand coming out and like the beams of light coming up first, and then the monster jumping on top of it. That's a huge part of Dennis's character, and it's very important that they had that and they kept it, and that's good. They also kept his "show must go on" quote for the Japanese version of his summoning chant, which is also very important. So yeah, I mean, I have no problems with that. The English voice line sounds overly campy, which is a little annoying, but I mean, they're gonna do that. They do that in Pokemon too. It's just, you know, a way that they show to kids, this guy has some different proclivities. You know, I don't agree with it, but that's what they do, so I'm just gonna have to accept it. Meh. I mean, I like the animation. The animation's great. I would say that's an 8 out of 10. I like the animation as much as I dislike the voice line.
Machine and might combine to bring peace to the world. Synchro Summon.
His voice line there sounds so awkward.
Monster with some
Like
major
it's just like the
power tool dragon.
it's like the voice actor tripped over the line. Machine and mites. Like he sounds like he's having to read that line like 4 times. I don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I mean, transforming bot with equipment and like it spins around and shows its screwdriver. Cool. 6 out of 10. Pumpkin.
Here comes the leader of all my ghosts. Pumpkin, the king of ghosts.
What's this bunch of G's up there? Is that like supposed to indicate him laughing? Oh yeah, this is the same thing as Black Rose. Like immediately, like the vines, and then the monster like pulls out of the ground, and then you get to see its eye at the very end. Yeah, that's a good bit of build-up. That's an 8 out of 10. That was awesome.
Soar on wings of courage. Talents ready for the rebellion. I Xyz Summon. Witness the ascent of rank 4, Raid Raptor Rise Falcon.
Can we give it up for Shay's English voice actor? Bro has more fun with his job than any of these people. You know, he actually plays Raid Raptors, right? Like he actually plays Yu-Gi-Oh! And he goes to tournaments and plays Raid Raptors. And I don't know this for a fact, but I assume that he legitimately like gets super into it and just play, like he actually announces his cards like I do when he's playing. Matt Shipman, the GOAT. I love his voice actor so much. He's so cool. He gets super into it. And even for this like game, he's just like, oh, you want me to play Shay again? Yeah, of course I'm gonna play Shay again. Let's do it. You don't need to pay me. I mean, obviously he probably got paid a lot of money for that, but regardless, he earned it. He put his effort into it. So, you know, compared to some of the other voice lines that we've heard, it's refreshing to hear a character who's taking it as seriously as they did for the anime. Obviously the bunch of different eyes, like, getting a bunch of electricity around them, and then, like, the cry, like, the raptor scream, was awesome. Like, you can't look at Raid Raptor Rise Falcon and not get super hyped for, you know, some aerial destruction. I do wish that Revolution Falcon was his ace. I mean, Rise Falcon is definitely 100% Shay's ace, but it is kind of sad that you don't summon Rise Falcon in the actual game, and you summon Revolution a lot more. Regardless, like, I really like the animation. It's pretty good. Okay, Rainbow Dragon.
And I gather all 7 crystal beasts, the greatest light in history resurrects. Meet the all-powerful Rainbow Dragon!
That did not happen in the show. Like, the weird, like, hey, I'm portaling into, like a server or something is weird. The animation on the dragon itself looks really cool. I like the portal. I like the crystals. I like the roar. But what is up with that background? It's weird. It's disorienting. I don't know what's happening. So, I have to give this like a 5 out of 10 because I like everything about the dragon, but nothing else. So yeah, 5 out of 10.
Come forth, Rainbow Neos!
Shout out to my boy Dueling Unlocked. Icy has this as his mascot. Easy to see why. The huge light along with the wings that cover and then spread out, and you're just like you're like immediately going into an action pose. Yeah, that's an angel. So it just occurred to me that Icy actually has a male angel as his channel avatar, just like I do. It's just that his is a Yu-Gi-Oh angel. That's kind of funny. Yeah, no, I mean I love Rainbow Neos. Rainbow Neos is awesome. The animation looks exactly like what you would want it to look like. I think there was a little bit more to it in the show, but it's been so long since I watched GX that I'm willing to give it, like, you know, the benefit of the doubt that it's pretty accurate to what we got before. And I have no problems with anything there. It was exciting. The music was good. The light was awesome. Like, the light effect was what you want to see from, like, a holy creature. So yeah, and rainbows as well. Like, light is a big part of Jesse's character, and it also has something to do with Jaden as well. So it's nice that they chose to focus on that aspect for this, like, union monster for them.
Rise up, Raphael, Lord of Phantasms!
Interesting. We get the same, like, droplet effect from Raviel that we did from Haman. That's weird. It's not raining. What is it? It's not... It was still transparent. Is that supposed to be dirt on your screen? I don't actually know what those dots were. Like, it made a lot of sense for Haman, because Haman was in the middle of a storm. Okay, I'm getting confused, but let me back up. Hand comes up, breaks the ground, Raviel pulls himself out, looks very similar to, Earthbound Immortal Kokopakapu, but obviously Raviel came first, so, yeah, I mean, he's big, he's intimidating, you know, there's a big ground effect, you know, the sound is satisfying, no problems, 8 out of 10.
Witness why I am known as the true king. Synchro summon. My soul, Red Dragon Archfiend.
The pulse of the ruler roars between heaven and earth. The wings look kind of badly animated, to be honest. Like, it is cool how they tried to, like, you know, create some buildup by having the wing cover his face, but it looks bad. It doesn't look like a, you know, it kind of looks pixely, or, you know, I mean, it looks computer generated as opposed to drawn. The fist and the roar were fine, but the wing kind of just didn't. It was awkward. 6 out of 10. Red Eyes. Eeny, meeny, miny. OG.
Red Eyes Black Dragon! This pal of mine's a super rare monster.
These backgrounds are so weird. I mean, just looking at the actual monster, he rises up in a tower of fire while he's spitting, and he roars. Yeah, that's cool. They actually do have like a significantly different animation for that monster as opposed to the other one where he's like on. I guess we should watch this one because this one is like the classic one.
This pal of mine's a super rare monster.
Where you're actually like, yeah, like the animation's completely different. Okay, so yeah, you're on a cliff, gather a bunch of fire, wings are covered in fire again, then you roar, and there is like a focus on the red eye for a split second. Yeah, that's good. That's actually a 10 out of 10. That's actually really good. I like that one a lot.
Red Eyes Dark Dragoon!
I mean, they went super hard with this animation. What do you want me to say? They succeeded. They made that animation specifically so that anyone who reviewed animations would give it a 10 out of 10. I have to. Like, there's a dragon roar. There's a giant, like, Vegeta Big Bang attack on the ground for no reason. Dragoon was just like, screw this particular group of fish, and he blew him up, and then he lands on the ground, and he sweeps his sword out, and he has another energy ball just like, what, you want some too? It's just like, okay. You know? You're getting a 10. Don't hurt me. I have a family. Very cool animation. I love the stream. The dragon's roar, it's awesome.
Here's my monster that's quite the looker. Relinquish.
Ah, Pegasus, we've been missing you. Why did you wait so long to show up? Okay, so the like sludge sound effect is what really sells that. Like you get this sense of disgust just like watching this monster unfold itself and spread itself out, which is fantastic. So yeah, 8 out of 10, just for the sound.
The swirling flames awaken Heatlio's true strength. Reincarnation Link Summon! Rise again from the Valley of Flames. Salamand Great Heatlio!
Do we not get the reincarnation? They don't show us the reincarnation animation? There's an animation that plays when you reincarnation Link Summon, which is like the monster goes into there and then like a bunch of fire spews out of it, which we're really missing that. We're really missing that when we just look at this animation. But I'm going to include it anyway. You guys have all seen it. When you reincarnation Link Summon, there's like a big giant pillar of fire that comes out of the sky, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, this is the most fire in the game, and that's what it's good. This is probably one of the only characters that is dedicated to fire solely, except for Axel. And who cares about Axel? He's a coward from like season 3 and season 4 of a show that most people didn't watch. Whereas Soulburner is actually interesting. So yeah, I mean I'm hyped. Yeah, I like this one. 9 out of 10. I don't have Pyro Phoenix's animation, which is fine because I would have to hear him say something other than "Be reborn in holy fire," which is the only thing that you should say when you are summoning a phoenix.
Beyond the light of the Time Lords lies the true secret. where emptiness transforms into the infinite. Witness my true power, the essence of all. Cephalon, the ultimate Time Lord.
You know, when you look at Zone's like face, it makes you realize that he chose to mark himself as a criminal when he wasn't a criminal. He was that desperate for people to listen to him. I mean, the animation for Cephalon, the Ultimate Time Lord, is in my opening. Like, I put it there for a reason. Obviously, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. It's an angel. I'm very biased. I don't apologize for that. This is an angel. It's angelic. It's awesome. You know, you have giant wings. You have, like, the fade in. Like, you can see the monster slowly come in. I feel like Cephalon was, like, Cephalon really represents a turning point to me and, like, a huge improvement in their animation. Like, this animation felt like they put a lot of effort into it, and then after that, all of the animations that came after that also felt like they were way better than anything that came before that. I feel like, maybe it's on my rose-colored glasses, but I genuinely do feel like when Zone came out, like, there was someone else working on the animations, and that person is way better than whoever they had before. Just saying. Awesome. I don't have shit on it for some reason.
Let's rev it up. Spread your wings and soar to new heights. Be transformed by the winds of destiny. Excel Synchro. Appear, shooting star dragon.
Be transformed by the wings of destiny. Okay. So even though this is a Synchro Summon with Stardust Dragon, we do not get to see Stardust Dragon transform like we did see Power Tool Dragon transform into Lifestream Dragon. Mid. That was a 5 out of 10. That was awful. Just a tornado and then a dragon like swoops through. Like, that's not an animation.
Silent Magician, level 8.
Oh, I guess there is another level monster. And once again, we do not get to see the previous version. Meh. There's a little bit of magic, but meh. 4 out of 10. Nothing interesting there. Slifer, let's go!
I summon an Egyptian god. I call forth Slifer, the Sky Dragon.
Okay, of all the characters to get it, Slifer should have God's Anger. I'm just saying. This is awesome. Like, okay. So you got the you know, the animation that played the first time Yugi summoned it, where you're on the blimp and you get to see just its tail because it's so huge, and then it comes up and then it opens its jaw and you get the first-person perspective of being swallowed by its second mouth, and then there's lightning strike. 10 out of 10. Like, you know I was gonna give it a 10 out of 10, but I'm explaining it. It's deserved. 10 out of 10. We're moving on.
Let's rev it up! Synchro Summon! Take flight! Stardust Dragon!
Okay. So, unlike Shooting Star Dragon, Stardust Dragon has a very specific line of the hopes of the world are coalescing into one star, and then you see a bunch of lights, and the lights all gather together to one single light. It's literally happening right as you see it. And that looks very similar to... It's not a one-for-one comparison, but it looks very similar to how you have like a bunch of level stars that all like come together and then they come into a single port, and then the synchro animation is like, you know, them all becoming one light, and then that monster comes through it. Like, if you've seen 5Ds, you know what I'm talking about, where there's like the level stars become like the levels become like actual little stars, and then they all like line up so that before the monster comes through, it looks like that. So that looks very similar to, you know, it's a stylized interpretation of what happens when you synchro summon in the show. It looks perfectly fine. I like it. 7 out of 10. Oh, Dryad Trentier, I love this one.
Before me, link force on Avalon Dryad Trentier!
Okay. So, you have to have seen the anime to really appreciate this, because they are on the bridge that, you know, that Spectre was guarding, where Playmaker fought this monster. First of all, I do not agree that Dryad Trentier should be Spectre's ace. Very obviously, his ace is Dryad Trentier, or what is? Oh my god. I have been so, like, messed up by Duel Links that I can't even remember the Sun Avalon Link 3's name anymore. Dryanome. Sun Avalon Dryanome. That he summons Sun Avalon Dryanome like 8 times, and he summons Dryad Trentier once. And later on in the show, what is his name? Not Light, not... What is the Light Ignis's name? It's Windy, and then... What is the Light Ignis's name? Is it just Light? I don't think so. Why can I not remember the Light Ignis's name? That's weird. Okay, the Light Ignis. The Light Ignis says that Dryanome is his ace. Like, literally, says it verbatim. But the problem is that Dryanome is a bad card, so they decided to make Dryad Trentier his ace because people would actually summon Dryad Trentier. It was a very, very calculated decision on Konami's part. Respected, but, you know, at the same time, that's not how ace monsters work. Some people have bad ace monsters. That's your fault. Regardless, you know, if we assume that Dryad Trentier is his ace, that is where he summoned it, and the, just looking at the bridge itself before you even see the monster, and then you get the bunch of vines, and then you get to see the zoom in on the woman inside the tree. It's just awesome. Like, 9 out of 10. Like, I love that animation. It's so good.
Super Viacroid Jumbo Drill is digging this way.
Raw Yellow is like the uniform that I associate Cyrus with the least. Like, he was Cypher Red for so long, and then he ends the series Obelisk Blue. So I just don't really, like, in Season 2, I don't really associate Season 2 with Cyrus all that much. I understand that for some reason they chose Season 2 as the one to draw their inspiration from, but, like, when I'm thinking of Cyrus, I do not think of Season 2 Cyrus at all. The animation's fine, it's goofy, it's weird. 4 out of 10.
Make way for the train that'll derail your chance to win. Chug on in. Super Dreadnought Rail Cannon Gustav Max.
Yeah, that is a cannon being pointed at your face. Sure. 6 out of 10. Okay. We're getting close to the end here. Almost 2 hours in.
Big Ben K's the foundation of Gong's heavy strong style.
I know that you're not supposed to move with the heavy strong style, so I don't expect him to move, but that does make it kind of boring. Like a 6 out of 10. Like, I get what they were trying to go for, but there's not really a lot of ways that you can make, like, you know, standing in place look interesting.
Top clear mind. Remove max limiter. Open regulators. All systems are go. Infinite power will create a new future. Go! Delta Excel! Come on, Tech Genus Halberd Cannon!
I appreciate all the effort that was put in there, but you cannot match the energy that, like, the Japanese language has for this summon. Yeah, that was cool. You know, he's got a halberd. He swings the halberd. What more do you need to say? There's the Delta Excel animation as well. 8 out of 10. Watch it in Japanese.
This card is near and dear to my heart.
I summon the legendary fisherman.
Okay, was that hard? There was an actual swimming animation there. Take note, Shark Drake. That was way better. 7 out of 10. Awesome. Like that one.
Appear as I call your name, the winged dragon of Ra!
That summoning chant sounded louder than the other ones. I know that they like added it after the fact when they added regular Merrick, but yeah, they didn't. So the first time that you summon Ra, you don't have the sphere. So I don't like the sphere being added. That's not what I really associate Ra with. So Ra is much less interesting than the other two. It doesn't feel nearly as powerful. I get that they're trying to build up some anticipation, but watching a beast hatch out of an egg is not going to give me the same level of dread as watching a giant, like just the tail of a monster that's too big for me to see, or watching the ground shake. Like, 5 out of 10.
Appear 10 Archduke.
Oh, I guess Bronk had the echoing sound as well. I mean, that card just looks stupid. 2 out of 10. Like, I can't take anything about the card seriously because it just looks stupid.
Go! Link to Trickstar Holy Angel!
Female angels are sacrilege. Okay. I'm not being serious. I mean, sure, she's fine. She has like a little morning star ball and chain that she swings around, and that's cute, I guess. I don't know, 4 out of 10.
I built the overlay network. I exceed summon. I special summon a monster.
This is as close as we're going to get to a Super Quant Magnus summon animation, so as long as you pretend that it's Super Quants, then you can get hype for it. It's like a Transformers style animation, or not Transformers, Power Rangers style animation where you're getting like a Megazord that's combined together. It looks cool. Like that is a trend that Japan is very, they've capitalized on. They have it. So yeah, I like it. 7 out of 10.
Ultimate Tyranno, join the front lines.
Okay. We get a beast in the jungle. First time, we are in the U's. That is the first time that we are seeing an actual wild beast in a wild environment. Secondly, it's hunting. It moves around, and you get a good close-up of like its side and its speed, and then it sniffs. It's sniffing, and it smells you. Turns to face you, and then it roars. Yeah, that's what a dinosaur would do. Awesome. 10 out of 10.
Rise up, Uriah, Lord of Searing Flames!
That was sad. Compared to all the other ones, yeah, that was very weak. I mean, the fire was kind of cool, but it was trying to like ape off of Slifer's animation, like the undulating movement. But Slifer is huge and Uriah is not, so it doesn't have that same weight. Meh. 3 out of 10. 2 more.
Hit with the power power of a wicked wintertime blizzard. Synchro Summon! Level 7 Wind Witch Winterbell!
She sounds like she smokes. Which, I mean, if you're gonna smoke, don't be a voice actor. All I have to say. I don't know why they decided to staple they decided to staple. I guess they're like supposed to be bells, but there's like these two breast-shaped things like on this ice thing that look way too they look way too large for the size of its head. It's weird, and it's very noticeable only in the animation. The card art you can ignore it. In the animation, it's like, what am I looking at? Yeah, I know. As much as I like Wind Witch, like, the animation's really bad. I'd say it's a 2 out of 10.
I'll show you who I am. The true me. You Bell.
Yeah, best for last. I mean, what can you say about that? It's like a giant... You get a perspective up. You are looking up at the monster. They are standing above you, and then they, like, notice you, and they open their arms out to pull you in and like, embrace you, which is what Bell does. So, yeah, there's a lot of personality in this, even though she's not talking. Awesome. Really, really like the Bell animation. 10 out of 10. Alright. This was a mistake. I am already, like, really, really feeling bad. We have 12 rush cards to get through. Let's go. They gave Yuhi an animation for this card? Wow, her English voice acting sounds terrible. I did not watch this in English. The anime. I did not watch the anime in English. I watched it in Japanese. Animation looks fantastic. The dragon moving through cyberspace, the roar was good, the claws were sharp and intimidating, the voice was awful. 6 out of 10.
Emerge from the circles of lore to bring the flames of yore. Roar! Chemicalized salamander!
I just realized he has blue eyes. Those blue eyes look very unnatural on him. That was awesome. You know, you got a beast rampaging through the desert, on fire. Looks amazing. Roar, all of it's fantastic. 8 out of 10. Probably gonna be my favorite Rush animation, to be honest.
Is about to go crazy. From the driving disco comes the queen of the boogie beat.
This card's name is actually Dion Kito, the Gold Digging Master, by the way, if you've never heard that. The gratuitous zoom-ins on different parts of her face and her body definitely matches what they're going for with the card. It's like a modern take on a monster, which is really nice, because that's what Rush is supposed to be. Yeah, I think this fits very well with the idea of 7s. 7 out of 10, I like it.
The celestial stars converge into a beacon of destiny. Fly in! Galactica Oblivion!
Very similar to Firewall Dragon Dark Fluid, where like you have like the monster just like very rapidly emerges from like, you know, where it like breaks free from that shell, and just all of a sudden you have to take in the entire monster at once. That shock value adds to its appearance. So it's very well done. I would say that's a 6 out of 10. That was enjoyable.
When fate unites with destiny, new life is born. I fusion summon. Might and mayhem combine. The cyborg type, Materian Assuristar.
So you get to see all 6 swords show up. Then they use it in a corkscrew attack. And they all like do a Zorro thing where they're all covering his face at once. It feels very One Piece like, which is to its benefit. That's a 7 out of 10. That was really cool. I like that one.
7 stars collide to burst into a supernova. You're not ready for this. You're so not ready for this. Rise into the light, multi-strike dragon Dragius!
I like the card, but the animation's pretty tame for a dragon. 5, it's like, it's the bare minimum of what you would expect. Angry Roman.
Are you ready to get amped up? Here to rock the stage, Prima Guitarda, the shining superstar!
I'm gonna be biased. Like, this is my favorite Rush monster. I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, I mean, she's awesome. She's like coming in, she's rocking out. You get good music, you get, you know, a light show. It feels very much like you're watching a character on stage, which is exactly what she should feel like. 10 out of 10. That is going to be the only 10 I give Rush.
Are you ready to get amped up?
Is there any difference with this? This is an overframe.
Prima Guitarda, the shining superstar!
I can't imagine they gave her a different animation, but they might have. Nope. Same animation. That's a little depressing. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
All the way from the darkest depths of the shadows.
You guys have to remember that Sevens is my favorite anime. like Sevens is the one that I like the most. So it's hard for me to like tamp down my nostalgia for this show. Oh, the flames. The flames and the like screeching voice wave sound effects, very obviously like the sound is very distorted when it should be loud when it should be louder when he's screaming than when he's not. So that's weird. It creates a disconnect. So I'd say that's a 5 out of 10, but it's a really good animation that's just like messed up by how weird the sound choices were.
A mountain! Not even a planet can block my way! Nothing will stop my road to victory! Seven's Road Magician!
So you don't get to see Seven's Road bust through a wall or a mountain or a planet, which is very weird. It's basically only half the animation, so I'm only going to give it half the points. It's a 5. Very sad that I don't have Yggdraga.
Ramen. Number 2, Ramen is dueling. Number 3, I am both. Number
Wait,
4,
what?
since we are the same. Number 5, we battle as a single force. Level 7, Spice, the elite noodle ninja.
I have not summoned this card since Sabu Ramen got added. Why do I have this animation? I'm genuinely confused. This is like Goyo Guardian, but 10 times better. That's a 7. Like, they put in the same effort with Goyo Guardian, but then the monster is actually like an attribute other than Earth, so they can add effects to it, so they put fire into it, and it looks really cool. Earth monsters just get screwed, to be honest.
Overwhelm all that is just. This general rises to stop it in its tracks. Come forth, Yami ruler, the Dark Delayer!
So I did an entire like discussion about this before Rush came out when we got this spoiler. Like I did a podcast about this animation, so you guys know that I love this one. The eye opening and the shot on the eye is so cool, and then like he walks around, he's not looking at you, he's looking around left and right, like who else do I need to stomp? And then he just plants his flag. Yeah, that's a 9 out of 10. That was awesome. Okay, there you go. That is all of my review of all the Duel Links animations that I have. So I hope you enjoyed. Please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. My name is Seraphi, and I'm going to take a nap now. Bye.